Chapter 2. Flash wasn't a small, roly-poly puppy like Bunny, but he was a gorgeous, sleek, long-legged, pointy-nosed dog. But Charles could tell by the way he sprang to his feet when Becky unwrapped the blanket he wasn't a full-grown dog. He was black and white with a silky coat and a long, feathery tail. His eyes were shiny and bright. This puppy had only been loved and well cared for. "Oh my gosh," said Becky. "He's so cute," she said as she reached out a hand to pet him. But Charles saw the puppy's tail droop down as he crouched ready to run. "Hold on," he said to Becky, putting a hand around her arm. "The lady was right. He's shy." Flash sniffed and listened and looked around, learning as much as he could about these people. It was always important to know as much as you could and be ready to run. Becky slowed down. "So, what do we do?" she asked. "Just inch forward slowly," Charles said, "so we don't scare him." He reached down to pick up Buddy so the little tan puppy would have bound forward and scared the black and white puppy off. "Hey, hold on! I was just about to meet my new friend!" Buddy licked Charles' face. He sometimes did that. Charles laughed and put him down. Not this time. Charles and Becky took one baby step at a time, trying to get closer to the puppy without scaring him. He crouched away, watching him intently. His long tail was waving back and forth. "Buddy!" Charles cried as the squirming puppy in his arms struggled, kicked, pushed, and pulled himself out of Charles' grip. Charles grabbed Buddy's leash, but it was too late. Buddy galloped towards the other puppy. The white and black puppy dashed towards the fence near the doorway with his tail between his legs. He stood between a fence post, eyeing them warily. "Now what?" Becky scoffed. "Should we get the grown-ups or Steph and Lizzie?" "No way," Charles said. "If Lizzie gets involved, then she'll just get all bossy." Beck nodded. "Oh, Steph's the same way. They're worse when they're together. They'll just gang up on us and take over." Lizzie thought she knew everything about dogs. But Charles knew a few things too. "I think we can handle this ourselves." "Okay, so what do we do?" Becky was ready for action. Charles thought for a second. "Let's try this. We'll walk away towards the barn like we forgot all about him and have something more interesting to do. Sometimes that works with Buddy when we're out in the yard, and he won't come when we call. If he gets curious enough, he'll come running after me when I go the other way." "Okay," said Becky, shrugging. "So we pretend like we don't care? Well, it's worth a try." She and Charles turned their backs to Flash and started walking towards the barn. Buddy led the way with his tail up and his chest out. Buddy wasn't sure where they were going or why, but he wanted to be a part of it. He had to be in front. Charles peeked over his shoulders. "It's working," he whispered to Becky. "He's following us." Sure enough, the black and white puppy was trotting right along them with a quizzical look in his alert, shiny eyes. "Good! A job!" This was what Flash needed when he was so unsure about his new people. These people needed to be herded along, and he would make sure they stayed together and kept moving. The dog followed them right to the dark, musty barn. "Great," Charles said in a low tone. "We got him inside where he's safe. I didn't want to run away. If he ran down the main road, he might get killed by a car." "We can even get him into a safer place," said Becky. "There's an old horse stall down the end. Dad said Steph would maybe have a horse someday." She groped around the door. "Where's that light switch?" Oh, there it is! She switched on the lights. In their dim glow, Charles saw a rusty red tractor parked near the door. I hope Flash will follow us all the way there, he said. Hold on, I'm gonna tie Buddy up so he doesn't get in the way. He looped up Buddy's leash around the steering wheel of the tractor. Buddy whined a little. Hey, why do I have to be tied up? I want to play with my new friend. But when Charles told him to stay, Buddy sat down and looked hopeful. Charles dug into his pocket and pulled out a few tiny dog treats. Here you go, he tossed one to Buddy. Good boy. Lizzie's training routine was sure paying off. They worked with the puppy a bit every day, and until Buddy was already much better behaved than a lot of grown-up dogs. Charles glanced back at the black and white puppy. Maybe Flash likes treats too, he said, so he kept a few in his hand. He and Becky walked towards the back of the barn. Flash followed them closely, his head down and his tail held out straight. There's the stall, Becky whispered, pointing toward the chin-high wooden door. Go inside, Charles told his cousin, pulling the swinging door open. He slipped into the stall behind Becky, still holding onto the door. The curious puppy stuck his head around the corner, peeking inside to see where they had gone. Charles and Becky stopped. Then Flash moved slowly, careful by step. As soon as the puppy was inside the stall, Charles pulled the door shut, sealing them inside. When he saw Charles move and heard the sound of opening doors, Flash slid around and tried to escape, but there was no exit. He looked back at Charles and Becky with wild eyes. Flash had never been comfortable with strangers. Most people were nice once you get to know them, but you could never be sure. Flash wished his own people would come and get him out of the way. He didn't like being trapped. It's okay, Charles said soothingly. We won't hurt you. It's okay. Damn! Slowly, he held out the hand with the dog treats in it. Flash blinked and he took one breath closer. Charles held his breath. His hand was shaking a little. The woman said Flash was a sweetie, but you never knew a strange dog, so it was good to be careful. The puppy took 3 steps forward, gently snatched the treat from Charles' hand, and gulped it down.
We're getting ready to leave here.
Okay,
So
bye.
I love you.
Yep.
You done? Have fun? Check in on Nala. You want
Yep.
to leave the door open so Nala can come and go?
Good boy, Charles said. He turned to Becky. Now he's safe and sound. The next question is, what is he doing here? Becky's eyes were shining. It's a mystery.